Hi, it's Miss Pretzel, and I am book talking a realistic fiction book that I just finished, and I think it's really great. So this is called This Place is Still Beautiful, and the author, she pronounces this Xixi Tian, because I've heard other pronunciations for that first name. Okay, so this is set from the point of view of two sisters who grew up in a small town in Illinois. Small town meaning you have a high school that's about 400 to 500 kids. So I've worked and lived in places that small. So here's some interesting things. The two sisters are kind of opposites. So Margaret's the oldest one. She has just finished her first year at college in New York. She's always just wanted to get out of that small town. That's all what she was focused on entire high school career. And Annalie is one who doesn't like to make waves, and she has just finished her junior year, so she's going to be going into senior year. So, like I said, Margaret has no intention of coming back, but Annalie calls her up because somebody writes chink in spray paint on the garage door of their house. And their mother is so upset, Annalie is so upset that her initial instinct is to call Margaret, even though once Margaret gets there, Annalie is like, oh, why did I do that? Because Margaret is, in Annalie's point, she's headstrong and she just causes waves and makes trouble. Margaret is into racial justice. She wants to be a lawyer. She wants to go into politics, things like that. And Annalie is like, don't make waves. And there's a reason, like, she doesn't want to make waves because, like, when you speak out and make waves, there's going to be things coming back at you. And she would rather just suck all the feelings that she has in. So Margaret comes back, and she is the way Annalie knows Margaret would be. And so it's summertime. They're trying to get the police to investigate. When the police don't really investigate, Margaret is like thinking of ways, how can I figure out who did this? Margaret decides to stay for the summer. So we've got this racial justice issue going theme throughout the book. Do we take action or do we not make waves? That's another theme that goes throughout the book. Another theme in this book would be the sisters don't look very much alike. Their mother is Chinese. Their father, who they have never really known because he left when Annalie, the youngest, was 3, was white. And so Margaret looks like their mother, whereas Annalie can pass for white. And people tell her this thinking it's like a compliment. This comes up many, many times throughout the book. And the dynamic that has caused for them personally, but as sisters as well. So another theme that's going throughout the book is these girls have a broken relationship. They're not close at all. So they need to mend that. But Annalie's also attracted the attention of a popular boy at school that she's always liked. And so that's kind of exciting for her. But there are some issues with that. And then Margaret unexpectedly ends up working with her ex, who she had dated for 3 years, secretly dated for 3 years in high school. And they broke up not because they were going to college, but because of some family dynamics. So this book works on so many levels. When I started reading, I'm like, I like this book. And by the time I got to the end, I'm like, I love this book. This is an awesome book. So I'm not sure if I can give it a 5 because that's like, but I think 4.75, definitely 4.8, something way up there. I didn't cry because while it deals with tough issues, it had a hopeful ending. I liked that. Everything wasn't resolved, but it had a much more hopeful ending, and you felt like these girls, in so many ways, were in a much better place than they were at the beginning of the book. So it was a book where I'm like, I don't know if this is the author's first book or not, but I'm going to have to see if she has other things, because when I like somebody's books, I always want to read more. So if maybe you would like to check out This Place Is Still Beautiful, maybe you like other kinds of, or other genres or other types of books, I will help you find them, because I really enjoy doing that. Have a fantastic day and keep on reading.